You know, lately I've been thinking about something. It's one of those things no one ever mentions. So, people, young kids at the gym, they have no one to tell them. So they listen to media. They look at they look at whatever they can get. They look for whatever they can get in terms of motivation and stuff like that. So I think it needs to be said, God damn, the camera really accentuates my crooked nose, doesn't it? Fucking hell, I got that big cut, you can see it. And at the front of my nose is, fuck. Look at that. My nose is so big, it was the first thing that took damage in every fight. I broke it 13 times. I had 3 surgeries on it. It's still crooked. Yeah, it's one of those things no one ever mentions about motivation. A lot of people talk about motivation. Speakers online in YouTube and stuff like that, some of them say there's no such thing as motivation. Other people say there is such a thing as motivation. Look, this is my concept of motivation. Sometimes you're more motivated. Sometimes you're less motivated. Like the speakers that say there's no such thing as motivation, this is how they put it to you, okay? This is what they'll tell you. Well, you should want it as much as you want to breathe. So the notion of them just creating a similarity, a connection between what you want, let's say it's getting in shape, they put that in the same bracket as wanting to breathe. Therefore, just because they said that, now you should all of a sudden think differently and therefore act differently. It doesn't work that way. That's not how motivation works. Just because I say, well, you should want to be rich, so therefore you should wake up tomorrow and just act accordingly. It doesn't work that way. You don't walk into a hospital with someone suffering from a certain thing and tell them, just be healthy, just get well. And all of a sudden, magically, they stand up and they no longer need insulin. It doesn't work that way. Your brain is the same as your body. It works the same way. It's conditioned to a certain behavior and it works accordingly. What you need to do is, instead of thinking about motivation, you should be thinking about discipline. There's no such thing as motivation. Sometimes you have more carbs in your body that you've stored, you have more energy. Sometimes you're more hydrated, you have more energy. You just had a coffee as well and you have more energy. A friend of yours just patted you on the back and said, man, you look good today. All of a sudden you psychologically feel better as well. And all of a sudden you see the sun shining and the birds chirping and small little things that combine into the state of mind that you currently have. Whereas it is either motivated or less motivated. Maybe the opposite occurred. Maybe it's raining today. And maybe those birds weren't chirping. Maybe you were hearing barking dogs you were scared. Maybe they're coming toward me. Maybe instead of your friend patting you on the back, maybe he called you up and said his mom just died. Like things like these push you down, or they lift you up. And if you think any person on this world, whether it be the richest and best and most amazing person on this world, that you see, that you aspire to become like, and you admire, whoever that may be, if you think that that person wakes up and is the same every day, like mentally is the same every day, emotionally, motivationally is the same every day, no, they're not. Even that person that you aspire to become and admire, even that person wakes up in the morning and says, fuck this, I don't want to today. It's normal. Don't you do that? I do that too. Everybody does it. But what's the difference between someone who makes it and someone who doesn't? Let's focus it, let's narrow it down to the key points, right? Listening to people like me now telling you this and saying, you can't do it, feels good. That's one part of the variable. But if you don't act on that every day with the word I mentioned before, starts with a D, discipline. If you don't discipline yourself to do these things, then you won't become this way. Because the day comes when you feel like shit. You have pneumonia, you're lying down in your bed, you feel like shit, you have the influenza, or whatever else type of shit that we people get every year. You know, we become sick all the time. During your lowest, that month when you have the least money, when you have the least energy, when you are infected with something, so your body feels like shit as well, you're vomiting, you're spewing, you're even shitting yourself. You have the worst kind of sickness right now, both mentally and emotionally. But you're alone and you need to eat and you need to go get groceries, whether you want to or not. Now, I'm not telling you to go to a store with a lot of people when you're sick. Don't do that, please. But imagine the concept of whether you want to or not, you have to. Right? So how do we apply it? Because a lot of people have said what I'm saying right now as well. They've said, you need discipline, and you didn't act on it because there was nothing after that. You didn't know how. It's like me telling my students, hey, just punch him in the head. But how? You mean a hook, a straight, an overhand, a cross? Freaking spinning back? What are you talking about? Which one? When you need to be specific with people, otherwise they don't get it. So I'm gonna be specific with you. This is what you need. This is my bag. Okay, I carry it with me every day. This is a notebook. I have it all the time. This is a pen. I have it in here all the time, every day. I write my plan for tomorrow, and I don't wake up without having written something down. Even when I am at the most tired that evening, I will open this and I will see that it says, today I'm supposed to work until 2, and then at 2 I'm supposed to do training and filming. Right now it is 2. I'm training and filming. I didn't feel like it. I literally felt like shit. Honest with you, I felt like shit today. I didn't want to. You know why? This isn't a workout shirt. I was doing laundry and I forgot. I was so into my work at home that I forgot that I put the laundry downstairs, so I didn't have dry laundry. So I didn't have my workout clothes. I was like, it's a bit of a bummer, man, you know? Everybody thinks that way. They think, that's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? You know, like, I had my mind set on having my clothes, but then I don't. You see where I'm going here? Every little thing adds up. But I said I'm going at 2. I wrote it down. Whether I feel like it or not, I'm going. Now that I'm here in this, shirt that I'm supposed to be going out with, not working out with, I feel like it was the best decision. But on the way here, it felt like shit. Now I'm going to give you the concept of the first step. Okay? The first step. This is what working out looks like. Those steps over there, the first step is your first day. And the steps up there, those are when you have achieved your goal. And this is what it's going to look like. Have a look. I want you to follow me here. This is very important because I want you to do this. I want you to have a calendar just like this. And I want you to have a notebook just like this. And I want you to write down, I've written down my session today. You see that? I'm going to do this session today. So I don't come here not knowing, because going somewhere and not knowing where it's supposed to lead, it is demotivating. But if I told you that up there are your dreams, it wouldn't help. But if I said your dream is $1 million and it's literally up there in $5 bills on the floor, 1 million, it's in a black box, I'm very specific. And if you go up there, you have more questions. Can I take it? Is it mine? All those questions, I will answer them all. All you need to do is work up there. Okay? It'll take you one day at a time. Then you're motivated. Okay? But now we're at the discipline. And what does that look like? Writing down. Planning and writing down. Okay? Don't do it on your phone. Phones today are distracting. You know what they do? They make you scroll. And all of a sudden you're in YouTube scrolling on shorts. And you don't even know why. You don't even remember. The next time you scroll on shorts, try to figure out what brought you there. I promise you, you won't remember the first video or why you even went in. So don't do things on your phone. Do it on a piece of paper or pen. Go buy a notebook. It'll cost you like a few dollars. It's nothing. Now, discipline. Let's say I said I'm coming to do this. I'm going to go and get that $1 million now. What does that look like? I'm going to be honest what working out looks like, because no one tells you this. They say when you go into the gym, it's going to be like really motivating. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to feel so good. No, you're not. You're going to feel like shit. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to feel like shit. And this is what it looks like. Look, I'm going to narrate and tell you while I get up there. Okay? So the first day is going to be like this. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Come on, man. I don't have the right clothes. You know, I could just be having a pizza. Fuck, it's so far, man. Oh my God. Do I really want that $1 million? Is it really even up there? Is this achievable? Is this real? Oh my God. Oh, fuck it. I said I'm going. Okay, I'm going. First day. Oh shit. Oh, this hurts so much. God damn, that hurt. And I have one step left. This is the first day. Oh my God, there's so many steps. Don't look up there. Don't look up there. Just look at this one step. All right, I went halfway on the first step. Okay, I'll go another. Oh, another half. All right, I'm done. I've done the first step. Now, this is the discipline where it comes in. Every time you miss your momentum of going up, every time you miss a training session, training day, or whatever, your mind is going to tell you, I am bad. I am shit. I skipped the workout. I am a bad person. Therefore, you're more likely to skip the next one as well, because you accepted the thought of being bad and you know, not good enough. So keep the momentum, because at this step right now, I feel good. I actually feel, I did my first step. That's awesome. But if I skip, and if all of a sudden I'm here and I skip, I will easily fall back all the way down to here. And I have to start over again. So the discipline is writing it down and saying, if I said I'm doing it, I am fucking doing it. First step is going to be like this. The first day is going to be like shit. Second day is going to be like shit as well. The third and the fourth and the fifth. And all of a sudden, at like day 6 or 7 or 8, you're going to be like, wow, that's awesome, man. I don't have those pains anymore. It doesn't hurt so much anymore. Like the training aches that I had in the beginning, they're kind of gone. This feels good. All of a sudden your body is gonna start giving you all these endorphins and you're gonna feel so good. You're gonna be like, all right, let's go, let's do this. And you're gonna slowly get up there. And at the last steps, you're gonna be flying up there. And that's how it is working out. The good feelings come here. All of those steps over there gonna feel like shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. But once you're up here and you're closer to your goals, it's gonna be the most amazing feeling you have ever had. So much so that you would rather die than allow yourself to be down there again. I really hope I did a good explanation of explaining to you what it looks like working out. Because to be honest with you, I wish for all of you out there to once in your life know how good it feels to have a body that is capable of doing everything you want. If you want to swim, you'd swim fast and agile. If you want to jump, you jump like no one else. If you want to run, you never tire. If you want to fight, you hit hard and smooth. Like if you want to carry your bags, you don't even carry. You carry all the bags from the car. Why? Because you can. You don't even think about it. You can play with your kid much easier. People say like, this is the motivation you should have. You should want to be strong and stuff just so you can get girls. No. That's what an 18-year-old would teach you. No. I'm 42. That's not what I'm going to teach you. I know that's what I wanted when I was 18. But now I realize what I should have been aiming for the whole time. You should be so strong that you can play with your family without tiring. So that when your girl tires and your wife is tired, or your girlfriend, or whoever it is, your partner, whoever it is, when they're tired, you should not even be close to tired. You can pick her up, which I do sometimes. She's 3.5, so my girl weighs about 16 kilograms. I put her up on one shoulder, not on two. I hold her like this, she sits up here and I go, "Ooh, are you playing? Are you happy up there?" She goes, "Yeah, it's so much fun." And with this hand I hold, my partner. We split up, but we're still good friends. I hold her hand and say, "Come on, we're gonna go play." I'm gonna see them after this actually. We're gonna go have pizza and play with her bicycle. So remember this about motivation. It's discipline. You feel motivated after having done each step. Do a step. That'll make you fired up for the next day. And then you do another step. So I always tell people, this is the best way to get in shape. You ready? This is the best advice you've ever gotten. Go to any local gym and sign up for classes. And go to the classes. That's all you need to do. You don't need to know any workouts. You don't need to, do any training programs and write them down or figure out on, the world of Google what type of program you should have or whatever. You will get lost in that rabbit hole, I promise you. Don't do it. Just go to your local gym and say, "Hi, here I am. Here is my money. I want to pay and I want to come. At what times are the classes?" Oh, so cardio boxing, for example, which they have at my gym, let's say. I'm talking about you now, not me. We don't have cardio boxing here. This is fighting. But let's say you have cardio boxing and you don't want to fight. You just want to get in shape. You go to cardio boxing. You say, "Hey, what times are they?" "Oh, it's Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays." "Cool. I will come Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays." "At what times?" Oh, at 5:30 p.m. Awesome. You go at 5:30 p.m. You pay your monthly and you just go. And you discipline yourself to go every time. Right? Now you have outsourced the coaching and responsibility to the gym. You pay them for that. They will make sure you work your ass off once you're there. You don't need to do that yourself. So if you go to a weight area at the gym and say, so now what? I promise you're going to get lost. You're not going to do it. That's why I always say fighting is one of the best ways to get in shape. Why? Because you stand here at 16:30, 100 hours, and I promise you, me, your coach, is gonna get you in shape. 100%. There is no way out of it. I'm going to lift you up when you're falling, and I'm going to push you when you have more to give. And when it's hard, I'm gonna tell you, you can do it. I promise you can do it. Come on, I've got you. I can hold one side, you work on the other side. So I'll do half of it for you if I have to. Get it? That's why it works. So this is a long-winded way of explaining how discipline works, but I'm gonna do a lot of these videos. I'm gonna talk a lot. I think what a lot of people out there need is talk. And I'm a talkative person, I promise. Everybody says, you never shut up. Yeah, I know. So might as well put this mouth in on YouTube then. I might as well. Why not? You know, at 42, I've realized I'm not gonna shut up. I don't have the capacity to shut up. I like talking, I like people, you know, and I like fighting, and I like working out. So put it all together equals YouTube. So anyway, if you have any questions, I'm gonna do my best, but please, if you have any questions, don't ever hesitate to just write a comment and say, hey, I want to see more of this type of content. And I'll make it for you. I'll promise you I'll make it. I'm not one of those YouTubers who tries to figure out, how can I make my YouTube channel blow up? No, I don't care. All I want is for people to learn, feel better, be happier. That's all I want. And if I make 0 cents out of this, I promise you, I make enough money in my job. I'm good. Okay? But if you do want to contribute to them by signing up. Okay? And I don't mean my gym where I work. I work here I'm the head coach here of MMA. And I pay as a member to be here. Do you understand how fighting works? People in fighting don't make money. Like there's 0 money. The people who own this little gym, they work, they have full-time jobs. So people think like MMA, they've seen the UFC and stuff like that and think, oh, once you go MMA, you go rich, you're Conor McGregor. No. I can tell you, one of Conor McGregor's opponents, a good friend of mine, runs a gym and has a full-time job in the next city. Close to me. It's true. Because no one makes money in MMA, you know? But what we hunt in fighting is the fame. That is what everyone wants. Like to be number 1. That is what we all want. And you should want that in your life. Not compared to everybody else. Compared to the you that you were yesterday. So I always tell students, are you better today than you were yesterday? Then you're on the right track. You are perfectly on the right path where you're supposed to be. Better today than yesterday, with the aid of this paper and pen. Write it down. Promise yourself that you're going to do it. Sign up at the gym. Make sure that the coach knows what you're aiming to achieve, and they will help you do it. It is as easy as that. Those were the 26 or 27 longest minutes. I was about to do 5 minutes. It turned out to become like 27, but I hope that helps you. And that is genuinely my honest wish, is I want to help you. Because I don't know a lot of things in life, but I know fighting. I know fighting very well, both weapons and without. So, well, I'll try to help. But you just need to show up, okay? So hit the subscribe button, and I don't care if you hit the like button, honestly. Do it if you like to, it helps me, but all I want you to do is subscribe, because I want you to get notifications once new videos come out, so you know a new video has come out. But in terms of making this YouTube channel become big, if it does, I'm happy, more people will see it. But if it doesn't, it's fine. Less will see, but the less that do see at least get help. There it is. Those are my 2 cents for today. And I'm going to end today's video with, what should I end it with? I'll end it with a knee. No, I'll end it with a punch. Just a straight old punch.
Yeah.